What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. We're right around 8 hours away from tonight's total eclipse of the moon, as the moon's going to dive into the umbra of the Earth. And what's going to happen down here on the Earth? Are animals going to act strangely? Are there going to be earthquakes? We'll have to wait and see tonight, depending on your location. I know in my location it's going to be around 11:30, but it's supposed to be cloudy in my location. If you're out east, it's going to be around 2:30 in the morning. If you're in California, it's going to be around 10:30 at night. So some people will have a chance to see it, especially if you're in the Americas. Right here's the best seat in the house, according to timeanddate.com. Obviously, Alaska, Canada, the United States, Mexico, and the entire western half of South America. Once again, the eclipse is going to begin here in 8 hours and 12 minutes, and the total eclipse lasting 1 hour and 5 minutes. So tonight, the moon will turn a blood red depending on the atmospheric conditions of the Earth and the sky conditions in your part of the world. We've also got a solar eclipse coming up here, also in the month of March 29th. There's going to be a partial solar eclipse visible up here in Newfoundland, Nova Scotia. It's going to be dark here in the United States. In fact, it's going to occur around 2 o'clock in the morning where I live out here in the Phoenix, Arizona area, so we won't be able to see this. But a partial solar eclipse, March 29th of 2025, following tonight's lunar eclipse. So once again, if the skies are clear, get video footage, get pictures if you can. I'm going to try, but right now what the weather forecast is insinuating cloud cover, windy, and a chance of rain. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we're 8 hours and 10 minutes away from the blood moon, the total lunar eclipse of March 13th and 14th of 2025. Also in this video, I've got more flashing light phenomena to share with you guys from all around the world. I've updated the map right here in the United States alone. 309 different locations from different people that don't know each other. I've also received a location from Singapore. First video out of Singapore, and I've got the first video out of South Dakota, leaving only Nebraska, and then we'll have all of the states in the United States to put on the map. I want to take you guys to Houston, Texas. This was spotted in the daytime sky by Jacob, 3/11 of 2025. He had no idea what he was looking at here. In fact, he was very mesmerized by whatever this was. Here, I paused it to take a closer look. You can clearly see that that's not an airplane, not a helicopter, some sort of a mysterious object. It's not a balloon. It was just kind of bouncing around in the daytime sky. You'll see it over here, then it will move over here. Some of this movement is the camera movement, but this thing was moving around in the daytime sky above Houston. Strange enough that he felt compelled to get out his recording device and start recording this thing, whatever it was, before it disappeared. Did anybody else see this in the Houston sky a couple of days ago? A mysterious white light, actually 2 lights in the sky above Houston, Texas. I'd like to give a big shout out to Robert Smith for the artwork. This is really cool, Robert. Thank you. He sent me in this Earth Watchman artwork of a globe. That's my avatar in the background, surrounded by vortexes and meteorites, galaxies, the sun. You can see a volcano erupting down here, a vortex right there, the Earth. That's very creative. Thank you, Robert. You are super talented. As I mentioned earlier, I've got new freaky flashing light phenomena videos to share with you guys. This map right here now has 309 blue dots that you see on here. These blue stars represent locations, different locations of different observations of these mysterious flashing lights that are sweeping the Earth. They're showing up all over the world. The new locations that I've added to the map: South Dakota, Cathedral City, California, Toledo, Ohio, Marion, Indiana, Abbotsford, British Columbia up in Canada, Ocala, Florida, Fort Pierce, Florida, Chicago, Illinois, Grand Haven, Michigan, Baltimore, Maryland, Burlington, Vermont, Nashville, Tennessee, Apex, North Carolina, Denver, Colorado, and then right here in Singapore. The first video out of Singapore that I've received. And here's the video sent in by Jason from 3/10 of 2025. When he looked up and saw these lights on this building flickering uncontrollably. None of the other lights were doing it, just those 3. And then this building here has a variety of different colored lights on it, and the lights were flashing. Those lights normally don't flash. That's what compelled Jason to take the video. So Singapore is on the map. Thank you, Jason. And going from Singapore to Cathedral City, California. Got all kinds of chaos going on here in this parking lot. Alarms going off on cars. Video sent in by Ethan Sky Vega from February 14th. 2025. Notice the blinking lights throughout the parking lot. Once again, you can hear the car alarm. Lights way back there. Up here in the front. That's obviously what compelled him to take the video. Were the mysterious blinking lights. Video number 3. This is the first video from South Dakota, sent in by Paul and Kim from March 10th, 2025. Ceiling fan light flashing for unknown reasons. It's not supposed to do that. Video number 4, sent in by Dennis out of Toledo, Ohio. During a rainstorm, Dennis noticed these lights flashing once again in a parking lot. Way more than one light. I think there were about 8 here that were flashing as Dennis was filming in this direction here, and you could see multiple lights flashing that weren't supposed to be flashing. Video number 5 has narration out of Grand Haven, Michigan by Joshua. Here we go from March 10th of 2025.
Okay. And then it just keeps flashing. I took this light bulb out of a whole different area because it was flashing, and I wanted to test what it flash transported. The answer is yes. Anyone know if that's what LED bulbs do, like when they die? Otherwise, cool experiment. Mr. MB333. Thanks.
Thank you, Joshua. Great video. Next video, number 6, out of Deutschland. This video also has narration by Tommy and Clay, 3/11 of 2025.
Okay, Mr. NBB333, das ist von Deutschland, von Berlin, Alter. Das ist the blinking lights. It's kind of strange, but very noticeable now. Thanks, sir. Cheers. From Deutschland.
You only...
Very noticeable now. Thanks, sir. Cheers. From Deutschland.
Very noticeable indeed. And that's like the 3rd video I've received from Germany. Video number 7 also has narration sent in by Ray G out of Burlington, Vermont. First video out of Burlington, Vermont from March 8th of 2025.
It's the only one in the whole parking lot, as you can tell. Just weird. Burlington, Vermont, March 8th. About 8 p.m.
All of these videos are unique from different locations, different people, different observations. Yes, they may have the same subject matter, but again, they're all from different locations around the world. Like this video here by Bill from February 23rd of 2025 out of Baltimore, Maryland. Look at how bright that light is flashing. And the McDonald's sign was over there malfunctioning. That's like the 3rd or 4th video I've gotten of McDonald's signs malfunctioning. Once again, that video is out of Baltimore, Maryland. Flynn out of Florida, March 1st of 2025. Have a huge parking lot full of lights flashing way back there in the back, all the way up into the front here, and then back over there on that side. There's no way this can be normal. It's not normal. That's why people are recording these things and sharing them with me. I just started keeping these locations on a map, trying to put together a pattern maybe, seeing if there was some sort of a method to this madness, and there's not. It's totally rogue and random. You never know when this is going to happen. You never know where it's going to happen. It's a very bright light right there flashing in the nighttime sky. Next video, number 10, also out of Florida, Fort Pierce. It has narration. Here we go.
Up their equipment to the HVAC system.
What is going on with these lights at Walmart?
Measuring in real time over the course of the film the levels of these VOCs, whether it was basic stuff like carbon dioxide or isoprene.
Looks like it's being done on purpose.
They found that they saw repeated spikes in different ones of these VOCs.
Okay, this video has a brief backstory. It was shared by Heather, who was parked here waiting on her groceries when all of a sudden these lights started flashing. Her and another witness noticed these lights flashing. She felt compelled to take a video of these flashing lights, as she'd never seen anything like this before. One of the witnesses in the car felt like this was being done on purpose. And you know, sometimes I wonder the same thing. It is very weird. As I mentioned in the previous video, it's super rogue, super random. You never know when or where it's going to show up. And Heather, the person that was taking this video here, was actually quite taken back by what she was looking at. She was telling a friend of hers about it, who referred her to me. Once she saw the map that I've been keeping of all these observations, she was super intrigued by what's going on here. So she shared the video with me, and now Fort Pierce is on the map. Thank you, Heather. Really appreciate that. Video number 11, different location. This is a parking lot full of Tesla Cybertrucks. And notice how the Cybertrucks all have blinking lights. Look at that. All these trucks, lights appear to be malfunctioning. Why? I mean, again, you know, it's just rogue and random. This one isn't. The one next to it is. The next one is. Unbelievable. Just super weird. Next video is out of Chicago by Tartarian the Barbarian. Flashing lights in Chinatown in Chicago. This video has narration. Here we go.
We're doing flashing lights in Chinatown, Chicago. Chinatown, Chicago.
Great video. Thanks for sharing. Really appreciate that. There's another example of the rogue and randomness of this. None of the other lights up here you see are flashing. The lights underneath the overpass were clearly malfunctioning for mysterious reasons. What is causing this? It's not loose bulbs. It's not loose wires. It's too widespread. This is occurring all around the world. Kissed by an Angel, March 11th of 2025 at 4:53 a.m. out of Ocala, Florida. Look at how bright these things are pulsing. I mean, it's a wonder sometimes these bulbs aren't blowing and going completely out. But they're not. They keep flickering away. And this next video is out of Apex, North Carolina by Sonia from just a few nights ago. It has narration. Here we go.
Hey there. This is Sonia coming from Apex, North Carolina with my brother Lewis. And we're in the Beaver Creek Shopping Plaza. And look at what we found, Mr. MBB333. And this one too. So we've got the flashing lights have come to Apex, North Carolina in the shopping center. That is just crazy. We've never seen anything like that over here. So it is starting, and we'll keep an eye out for more. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.
Thank you, Sonia. Great report out of Apex, North Carolina. I've received a few videos out of North Carolina of this freaky flashing light phenomena. And it's not just LED lights, guys. I've seen fluorescent lights. I've seen stadium lights, the big bulb type of lights. I've seen the old school lights. And then, of course, the LED lights. Look at how bright that got right there. Looks as bright as the sun temporarily. What is going on? And this again is sweeping the earth. I've received videos from Denmark, Sweden, Norway, all the way down to South Adelaide, Australia, and many hundreds of places in between. I have received nearly 700 different videos now of this mysterious flashing light phenomena from all around the world. Next video is out of Nashville, Tennessee, sent in by Dana D from March 12th of 2025. Noticed a shell sign right there. See that sign over there off to the right? She caught this video on the fly, and this was a great catch going down the highway at about 50 miles an hour. Whipped out the camera, managed to get a video of that light over there clearly malfunctioning. Great catch and great camera work there by Dana out of Nashville, Tennessee. Going to Marion, Indiana, Joel, February 26th of 2025. Also, sitting in a parking lot, noticed multiple flashing lights that shouldn't have been flashing. You know, really, it's kind of eerie what's going on. The next video is out of Abbotsford, British Columbia, sent in by Aaron. This video has narration. First video out of Abbotsford, by the way. Here we go.
Well, you can add this to the strangeness of the flashing light phenomena that is sweeping the globe. This is Aaron from Abbotsford, British Columbia. This is the first light I've seen flashing in my area. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Aaron, for the video. Really appreciate that. Abbotsford is on the map. Guys, I've still got many hundreds to get to. I'm trying to share a few each day, maybe every other day, of these mysterious flashing lights that, once again, are sweeping the entire Earth. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photo was sent in by Tracy McClellan. Not sure of the location, but check out that sky. Here I put together a collage because she shared 4 photos of this mysterious sky. Look at the low rollers moving across her location. Those things couldn't have been more than 500-600 feet off the ground, and they were definitely highly photogenic. Checking in on the sun, looking at the GOES X-ray flux. We're in the middle of a solar flare right now. It might possibly reach an M-class solar flare, but right now it's still in the C range, so nothing major going on the last 72 hours other than a minor geomagnetic storm. You can see the yellow vertical pillars here. That represents geomagnetic storm activity in the last 24 hours. This is the planetary K index. And during this geomagnetic storm, I received video footage out of Norway of some dancing green lights in the nighttime sky. Check this out. Video sent in by Igmar from March 13th, last night, 2025, from Norway. Watch how they're moving through the sky. A curtain of green light dancing above Norway. That is super cool. Thanks for the video. Really appreciate that. That was a still image right there of the minor geomagnetic storm. Looking at the Schumann resonance, it's been very active the last 5 or 6 days. Every once in a while, we're seeing these long duration spikes. What you're looking at here is a graph, a daily graph of the Schumann resonance. Each row represents a day, and you can see 5 days ago there was a very strong spike. 4 days ago, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Today, so far, it's been relatively quiet, but all in all, the Schumann's been very active the last week. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. Don't see any earthquake activity. If there were, there would be red vertical lines on these seismographs. These are seismographs that monitor activity at the supervolcano. Something strange going on here at the borehole seismograph. Look at that. That is some highly unusual ground movement right there. There's always movement up here at the Mammoth Vault seismograph, but that one right there that we just looked at is something entirely new. The northwestern quadrant's normally kind of busy, but nothing super major going on at the supervolcano. And don't forget about tonight's lunar eclipse. You might be able to see the moon in rare form, showing up as a blood moon tonight, right around midnight, depending on where you live and if the skies are free and clear of clouds. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says, have a large video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.